nutritionist, and I am here with the founder of Little Me Tea, and I was really thrilled about this product because after fighting to get junk food and sodas out of schools for 5 years, and to find something that I would actually recommend as a replacement to all the junk that is being sold as far as beverage-wise to children, training them to only like super sweet type products with artificial sweeteners and high fructose corn syrup, GMO beet sugar, all of these things that they're putting in drinks that we're feeding our children. I was really happy to learn about Little Me Tea and the effort by this courageous woman right here, and to target having a really healthy choice for kids that moms can feel good about, that's convenient, made from really wholesome and organic ingredients, and that you didn't settle for anything less. I mean, I know it's tough out there, and so I really want to thank you for that. So why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and just tell us about, you know, what got you into this mess?
And it is a bit of a mess now.
That's actually on her daughter's name tag here at the show.
So what started all this was a need for my daughter to have something healthier. I looked at everything that was out there, and it was just full of sugar, or even if it was organic, something had organic cane sugar in it as a second ingredient, and I was so unhappy with what was out there, and I'm a tea drinker. So, you know, I would start making her teas and just splash a little bit of juice in it. Obviously, the teas were all caffeine-free, and she loved it, and her friends would come over, and they would drink it, and they're like, oh, this is delicious, and I'm thinking, these kids are hardly drinking any sugar at all, and these are kids that were used to actually drinking things with sugar, juice,
really?
And those kinds of things, and they would taste these things and go, this is awesome, can you make more? And I was like, interesting. So we started looking around at the shelf. There was nothing out there, and that was over 5 years ago that we started thinking about that, and one day we just decided, let's go ahead and make this, and here it is. So it's
and let's show, you know, one of the things I like about it is, oh, whoa, that
it's an open one.
I didn't mean to get it on
here. No, that's all right. That's all right.
Hopefully this
all right, there's a non-open one.
Okay, and so this is like the kind of packaging that we see in most other products. So that makes it a very acceptable type food because it's what all the other kids are drinking and using as well. And so then when you offer it to kids and maybe think, oh, organic, you know, like I don't even want to eat that, you know, they'd probably drink it and go, oh, this is organic?
Yeah.
And so you see a lot of acceptance from other kids as well that you probably introduced us to for the first time.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, you know, we tried to make a product and even a face that was, let me borrow that again. You know, we put kids' faces on here because we wanted this to be something that was different than all the other packages
that were out there. This is for me.
This is for me, exactly. And
kind of goes into the name.
Yeah, exactly. And we have kids that are excited to find it. They're excited to finally be able to drink tea. They've been told by their mom, no, that's my tea. So now the kids get this and they say, that's my tea, Mom, and they won't let Mom and Dad
they probably even feel like a grown-up.
Exactly. So, and you know, yeah, you're right. Putting it in this kind of package means it can go into lunch. And so even though it's a little bit of a different product and it's healthier and everything, it's still something that kids love to drink. And honestly, they don't even notice that it's a different drink. It just tastes good to them. And we as parents know that they're getting something healthier.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the moms that have to, it's their turn to supply the snack for the soccer team or the baseball team. And when you bring that, you're still the cool mom.
Yeah. Well, so, you know, we're still kind of new out there. So everybody's excited, like, oh, gosh, what is this? I haven't seen this before. So, you know, that's kind of fun, too.
Well, and then there's actually like benefits to the ingredients that you have in here too. You chose carefully the teas that you put in here so that moms could feel really safe about what they're offering their kids.
Absolutely.
Why don't you tell us like a little bit about that? Like I know you have like hibiscus, chamomile.
We have 3 herbal teas and then a little bit of white tea in there. So our herbal teas are rooibos tea, which is really just an awesome tea. It really doesn't get the kind of respect that it really deserves because it's just a phenomenal tea. It has antioxidants, but what's really cool is that moms in South Africa give it to babies for colic. It's very soothing to the stomach.
Wow, I learned something new. Yes, I love that.
Yes. It's got quercetin in it as well, which helps with seasonal allergies. And it also helps with the skin. So many kids out there have eczema, psoriasis, issues like that.
Oh, and that's a big problem.
To the skin, and it heals the skin from the inside.
Wow.
which is great. We obviously have chamomile, which, that's mom's
It's
favorite.
soothing. It's
yes,
soothing.
yes. But a lot of people don't know that chamomile tea has actually been proven to help fight infections from cold and flu, which is one of the reasons why we put it in there, because of course there's germs everywhere.
And it probably helps prevent, because if you're adding things to your body that helps strengthen your immune system, it's not a cure, but it's something that is helping to strengthen your own defensive system.
Exactly. So that if you do get sick and your immune system is strong, the sickness isn't nearly as bad as it would be. It's a milder sickness if your immune system is strong and fighting. So we also have hibiscus in there, and hibiscus is just a good overall tea. It has a little bit of antioxidants in it as well, and it's got a great taste to it. It's got a little fruitiness to it, which is one of the reasons why we liked it, because it gives you fruitiness without giving you any sugar. And then I'm a huge fan of white tea. White tea is grown from the youngest tea leaves, and it's just a very, very high antioxidant, very healthful tea. And we wanted to have a little bit of white tea in there as well. Ours doesn't have any caffeine in it, so the whole drink is a no caffeine drink, and then it's just sweetened with fruits and veggies, and no added sugar.
Well, and when I tasted it myself, one of the things that really impressed me about it is the fact that it doesn't have that super. It has a little hint of sweetness, but it's not and I feel like that we are totally destroying our children by creating these artificial sweeteners and high fructose corn syrup and GMO sugar beet sweeteners that are training our kids to only be satisfied if it's super sweet. If it's not super sweet, it's not good enough for them, because that's what they want. And what are we training our kids for into adults?
Exactly.
Is that what we really want them to be drinking the rest of their life?
Right. Well, we love getting young kids started with Little Me Tea before they've ever had a single juice box, because then Little Me Tea becomes a standard for them. It's 6 grams of sugar, it's only from fruits and veggies, it's all organic, and to them this is a great juice box. They never are, they're not exposed to the juice box that has 25, 30 grams of sugar. And when they are, maybe as an older child, maybe a 7, 8, 9, 10-year-old, that tastes weird to them. That tastes overly sugary, because their palates have been trained on a much, much lower drink in the first place. And so we love that. We love being able to be, kids' first juice box.
Well, and that's another one. I'm glad you said that, because that's actually another one of the reasons I chose your company, because I warn people about, drinking all of this juice. It is a very heavy sugar product, and they're giving it to their kids, and I've seen the results of dental caries, widespread dental caries, which is just so sad. That we're starting our kids off like that. And again, it's that super sweet taste, like you mentioned, that we're training them on. And really, the amount of juice that people are drinking is nowhere near what they are supposed to be. Like a little tiny 4 ounce was like supposed to be even a serving, but I still think that's too much. But you use juice in a way that it should be used, to just lightly sweeten something else.
And the thing that people don't realize about juice is when you eat an apple, you're eating the whole of the apple. So there is natural fruit sugar in that apple, but there's also fiber in that apple.
Exactly.
When you strip the juice away from the fiber, that juice is basically sugar water. It hits the body and it just goes bazingo. As opposed to
That's a cool word, bazingo.
Bazingo. Woo!
Bazingo!
and when you eat the whole apple, that fiber slows down the absorption of the sugar. It's a slow release of sugar in the body versus that craziness. And imagine if a child, wakes up in the morning and gets 100% juice box, and then at lunch they get 100% juice box. Now they've had 60 grams, sometimes 50, 60 grams of sugar. Then they go to the soccer field. Here's another juice box. By the time you get done, that child may have had 20 teaspoons of sugar. Just in a juice box.
And they wonder why the kids like running around like crazy.
But it also suppresses their immune system. The immune system. That's
true. There is studies that support that.
Absolutely, and it causes inflammation in the body. It's never just one thing. Nature is much more complicated than we think. So we think about it just kids bouncing off a wall.
I'm so excited that you're teaching people that, because that's exactly what I say. And the fact that you're organic. So many of these fruits are they have 30 plus pesticides on them, and when you make juice, it's a concentrated product, and so what you end up with is concentrated pesticides. Yep. And so that's why I say never even drink conventional juice. And you guys are using organic juice, which the lowest. I mean, if they even could detect anything, it's like going to be really hard.
Yeah.
So I just want to congratulate you and thank you for making this wonderful product for kids.
Thank you.
And I wish you all the success in the world. And I'm sure your family is very proud of you as a mom that's going out there fighting for the right for kids to have a healthy choice. And I know it's hard, and I appreciate all your effort.
Thank you. And our fans are so loyal and so happy to find us. And you fans, you keep us going every single day. So thank you.
Okay, and what's your website?
LittleMeT.com.
Okay, Little Me Tea, everyone. Look,
Facebook and Pinterest and
I'm sure they can find
Twitter.
They can buy you online. They can find what stores and all that.
Yes,
So
yes.
Okay, well, congratulations.
Thank you, Elaine.
Okay,
Appreciate it.
on to another booth.